Good day everyone, I'm Amim C. Algabre. In this video, I will be explaining and answering the question of our manuscript. The objective of our study is to determine the level of ethical safety procedure and awareness and perceived training needs among faculty members of Toledo National Vocational School. The two questions are, what is the level of ethical safety procedure awareness among TNVS faculty members? Second, what are the perceived training needs related to electrical safety procedure? Our design is descriptive. Descriptive design research explains phenomena, population, or situation through patterns of behavior. This is done through the collection of data via observation, surveys, interviews, and experiments. However, in this study, the researchers only conducted a survey. Researchers answered question about what is happening and why. And let's jump up off into the next chapter, which is the chapter 2. In this chapter, the researchers presented their interpretation and analysis of the data they interpretation and analysis of the data they had gathered. This part also showed the various responses of the respondents, which were collected using a survey questionnaire. So the table 1 presented the level of electrical safety procedure awareness of faculty members of Toledo National Vocational School. And there are 10 indicators and the SDG weighted mean and the verbal interpretation. And anyways, the first indicator has SDG standard deviation of 0. The first indicator is 0.72 and second 0.63, third 0.34, the fourth 0.37 and the fifth 0.54, the sixth is 0.32, seventh 0.46 and eighth 0.42 and number 9 44 0.47 and the last indicator has standard deviation of 0.37. The lowest standard deviation from indicator number 6 is 0.32 and the highest standard deviation is from the first indicator, which is 0.72. And the lowest and the highest standard deviation has the same interpretation, which was strongly agree. The first indicator has the weighted mean of 3.45, second 3.65, third 3.87, fourth 3.88, the fifth 3.67, sixth 3.88, seventh 3.77, 8 3.83, 9 in the 9 indicator 3.75 and the last indicator number 10 is 3.88. From the first to the last indicators have the same interpretations, which is strongly agree. The lowest weighted mean is 3.45 and the highest weighted mean is 3.88. Notably, the indicator I am aware of the correct electrical safety procedure received the lowest weighted mean of 3.45, though still categorized as strongly agree. This suggests the while most respondents are confident in their understanding, some may feel uncertain about general electrical safety practices, indicating need for reinforcing foundational safety knowledge. Similarly, the indicator I am aware that in case of any electrical malfunction, the first step is to turn off the power at the main switch of circuit breaker had a weighted mean of 3.88 with a verbal interpretation of strongly agree. This reflects a clear understanding of the initial step to ensure safety during electrical safety, issue rather, showing consistency across respondents. Lastly, the indicator after an incident involving electrical equipment, I am aware that the equipment should be tagged or marked do not use until inspected. Share the highest weighted mean of 3.88 and also interpreted as strongly agree. This demonstrates that respondents are highly aware of proper post-incident protocols showing a commendable level of responsibility and safety consciousness. Next table is the table 2, which is perceived training need. So the first standard deviation is 0.77, the second 0.72, third 0.62, fourth 0.59, fifth 0.58, sixth 0.52, seventh 0.61, eighth 0.62, ninth 0.59, and the last indicator of table 2 in indicators 10 in standard deviation is 0.660. And then we have here the first weighted mean of the in the first indicator is 3.49, second 3.58, third 3.58, fourth 3.58, fourth fifth 3.72, sixth 3.72, seventh 3.65, eighth 3.60, ninth 3.70, and the last is 3.68. So the first indicator, I need training on what electrical safety procedure whenever electrical emergencies arise. Received the lowest weighted mean of 3.48 with a standard deviation of 0.77 and is interpreted as strongly agree. This suggests that although respondents acknowledge the importance of I mean the importance of emergency procedure training, the slightly lower mean and relatively higher standard deviation indicate that some may already have a degree of confidence while others still feel uncertain in this area. And the fifth indicator, I want to learn how to put out electrical fires safely, including the proper use of the extinguishers. Also received the highest weighted mean of 3.72 with an standard deviation of 0.58, categorized as strongly agree. This reveals use of extinguishers and that this need is broadly agreed upon across the group. The summary of findings in the table 1, again, in the table 1, all the indicators were interpreted as strongly agree, reflecting high level of awareness among the respondents. The lowest weighted mean was recorded for the statement, I am aware of correct electrical safety procedure which scored 3.45 and the highest weighted mean is 3.88. And then the table 2 focus on the students' perceived training needs related to electrical safety. All indicators also received a verbal interpretation of strongly agree. The lowest weighted mean was 3.48 and the highest weighted mean is 3.72. The highest standard deviation is 0.77. The lowest is 0.58. Conclusion. The study concludes that students at Toledo National Vocational Schools have strong understanding of electrical safety as shown by consistently high scores across all indicators. They also especially confident in handling immediate hazards like equipment failure, exposed wires, and on the risk suggesting effective communications of case safety practices. And that's all. Thank you.